just got some packages today, and I want to tell you about them. Hi, I'm Mike, and this is a new channel. I just got into synthesizers, but in an odd way. As you can see, I'm really into music. Special hand-built Yamaha grand piano, and for all you piano nerds out there, it's an S400. Play every day that I can. And this is a Nord Grand digital piano, and I got it so I can ship it, so I can have it when I travel. But it turns out it was really useful for when I would play recitals in places like Golden Gate Park, on the beach, odd places like that. But life throws you curveballs. And this channel is about dealing with those curveballs. Yes, it's about synths, but not about product reviews like so many other good channels out there. After all, there's great channels doing reviews of synths. Instead, this channel is more about questions like why? Also, existential crisis, disability, and the meaning of life. Yes, and of course, synths. But clearly, I need to provide an explanation of why I'm getting into all these synth modules. I'm the first to acknowledge that buying lots of modules out of the blue is not recommended. That is why the title of this video is How to Not Start with Modular Synths. So an explanation. I really do love playing the piano, but now I have what is called long COVID, and in quite a serious way. Now, it's not to be confused with acute COVID, which just is flu-like symptoms. I mean, it could be serious, but it's really a temporary situation. Long COVID's the aftermath of catching COVID, like how AIDS is the aftermath of catching HIV. And people always want to know, oh, were you vaccinated? Yes. A bunch of times? Yes. Was it careful? Yes. Only caught COVID a single time. Did I have pre-existing conditions? Probably. I have autoimmune disease too, celiac disease. You're probably thinking, so what? We want synths. I'm getting there. First though, quickly, the major effects of me having long COVID: brain fog, fatigue, tinnitus, being unable to do my work for almost a year and a half now. In case you're wondering, I'm a techie. I managed a startup for a long time, a lot of software work, and then was technical co-founder of another successful startup. But that is in the past. And the terms brain fog and fatigue that you commonly hear used for long COVID, they're wholly inadequate terms. Fatigue is actually energy just not reaching your systems, like your muscles. And brain fog, well, I call it cognitive dysfunction because that's what it really is. My brain doesn't work properly anymore. No focus, there's memory issues, really slow, and much more. Language is perhaps the most difficult thing for me, both hearing and speaking. But thanks to the magic of video jump cuts and changing the speeds of the video, I hope my videos will be listenable. My symptoms mean I still play the piano most days, but half hour max. I have to force my brain to work in real time, and that exhausts it pretty quickly. But I love the piano. I love sounds in general. I love making music. So I need an additional outlet. When I see people playing a synth, I see a very different situation. While piano playing is about being really precise with every detail, synths seem to be more about exploratory and experimental, in the same way my engineering work was. It seems like building a sound, going further than what works, and then backing off when it doesn't work. I hope it's something that I'll still be capable of. In no way do I see synth as being easier than the piano. Playing synth appears to be really hard, and it has an imposing learning curve. But I hope that it is compatible with my current limited capabilities. Here's an inspiration for me. One of my favorite artists is Chuck Close. He used a wheelchair. Here are some of Chuck's great paintings. He wasn't a disabled painter. Instead, he was a painter who had physical limits and used a wheelchair. So despite his limitations, he was always able to create great works. So let's open up some boxes here just to see what's going on. And it is a Noise Engineering MIDI controller. Because one thing I really like to do is I'm used to keyboards, but I want to control the synth, and so need a MIDI controller. Let's do another one. see. This is a 1010 Music Bitbox, and this is a sampler. And I'm really excited about this one because one of the things I'm really interested in is actually found sounds and then modifying those through the synth. It's not just about starting from waves, but actually from found sounds. This is really exciting for me. Let's do another one. Ooh, an Instruo Arpar, and this one is for modifying sounds using granular synthesis. This really works with the other ones that I got because I want to take the found sounds and modify them, and sometimes through analog synthesis, but sometimes through digital synthesis too. And so this is going to be really interesting as well. In future videos, I'll cover some details on what I hope to create with synths, and eventually the results. I'll provide some tips from my learning experience, plus I'll talk more about doing music even when cognitively disabled. More about sound instead of just about music. Plus, of course, who my YouTube synth inspirations are. And more about life, importance of music, and so much more. Oh, and cats. Gotta include our cats, even though only one of them is an avid keyboardist. And I mean, really, really avid keyboardist. You should definitely comment on this video. Let me know what you think. And please do the usual like and subscribe thing so that the persnickety YouTube algorithm actually shows this video to a few people. I'll be back in 2 weeks with an update, and one hopefully with some bleeps and bloops and some knob turns. I hope you will be back, and I hope I'm still married then. You're welcome to laugh at my foibles, including in the comments, assuming you're not some crazed anti-vaxxer. I'll own my mistakes. I'm fine with that, and I will make future videos on that. The only thing I care about is that I try, and I hope that you will join me for this peculiar ride in exploring synths.